Going on out there, good people, and welcome back to LMD Trading, where I am, of course, living my dream trading. Back for another daily trade recap, and I actually sat down to get this recap out of the way. And as I do quite often, I ended up taking a trade. Green trade though, green trade, and actually another snafu. Almost had a full day without a snafu, but we did have one of them where I had a contract in the system that I didn't want to buy. So got in, got out real quick, got the contract that I loaded up, or got the contract that I wanted loaded up, and we went on and took that trade. Let's go ahead, let's pull up the P&L real quick, take a look at what we traded. And as you can see, this spreadsheet is ever evolving. We took 5 trades today. Really could have been done after this first trade, and I said that I was. This was on Microsoft, bought some puts, 5 of them. Paid $23 a contract for a total of $115. Sold those said 5 contracts for an average price of $36, making us or getting paid $181 when we closed them, for a difference of $66. We made 57% on that one trade. Very nice. Came back, traded SPY, got flat on that one. Came back, traded Apple, basically got out break even. This was the one that I just snafu'd on. SPY, I wanted to buy calls. I bought a put that was expiring today, so it was basically worthless. I was paying pennies on it. Paid 2 cents, jumped right back out of it, losing 1 cent, lost $2. That was a loss of 50%, only because it was pennies. And then we got the right contract that we wanted. Bought 2 of those at $53, 106. Sold them for 127, difference of 21. Made 19.81% on that trade. Today we used $430 of buying power, and we made $87. That was 20%. One thing that I wanted to also put in here is when you trading on Thinkorswim, there are commissions when trading options. There is no fees and commissions when trading stocks, just like a couple of pennies. But when you trade options, it's a 65 cents per contract fee going in and going out. So the more contracts you pay, the more this fee. Me buying 5, I really could buy 2. I've been buying 5 at a delta of 12. I really could buy 2 at a delta of 25. It would save me a couple of dollars per transaction, because you pay this on the way in and the way out. So with fees, total P&L today was $66.20, giving us a profit of 15% on that same $430. Still not bad. Jump on into the charts real quick. And I'm sure some of y'all have heard before, the first will be last and the last will be first. We're going to get the last trades that we took out of the way. Plus, I'll go ahead and get that other SPY out of the way that was at the top. Market still opens, 240. Coming up on Power Hour. Let's take a peek at what the market has done thus far. It's been in a nice uptrend, if you want to call it that. Let's go ahead and do that right there. It's been in a decent little uptrend all morning. Came back up the previous close and kind of caught a little bit of resistance. Came back over here, caught a little bit more, came down, and now it's finally busted through. And we are hitting high of day right now. Looking at the daily is over the 200 moving average right now. Let's see if we're going to close like that. That'll be good if we can close like that. But look at the volume. It's not much volume in today. Yesterday's volume was 90 million shares. Today, we're only at 39. So we're not even at half of the volume that we traded at yesterday. But let's go ahead. Let's get these trades reviewed. We're going to pull up. I'm not going to even worry about that put one because, again, that was one that I really wasn't even trading. It just was in the watch list and it was loaded in my active trader. But again, I did not want to take that trade. So let's go ahead. Let's look at the first one that we took this morning. Let's find it on the chart. Getting in right there. Let's look at where we got out of it at. Really left some money on the table on this one. Could have traded this all the way back up to previous close, but this came up to 396. At 396 area. Kind of figured it was going to act as a little resistance. So I ended up getting out. And I only made two. Actually, no, let's see. This is the one we got out flat on. Made no money on this. We got in the trade right there. And we got out of the trade right there. Because when this made this pop to 390, or come back over to the chart. When this made this pop to 396, I moved my stop to break even. Just came back, tagged my stop for break even. Kind of pulled back. Never got close to, and actually I would have been getting in more so on this high side. Never really came back down to where the stop would have been. And then if we were to trade this up to this area right here, let's see what the high of that candle is. High of that candle is 67 cents. We was in two contracts. We possibly could have made $35 on that trade. Two contracts. First trade. That was the first trade on the SPY. Let's go ahead and take a peek at the one that we just took. Come on over. This contract expires on the 17th of January. So let's come on over. Let's look at where we got in. This one was an excellent entry right here too. So getting in on that candle right there. Two contracts again. Not really wanting to give back much profits. I got out of the first one right here. Got out of the second one. Probably about up in this upper area, this candle, because we actually got out at 66. So we would have been getting out in the upper part of that candle right there. So let's back this up a little bit. See that the SPY came down, tested this area that we got marked on the charts. Let's back it up. You can see another area where it tested it at. So came up, came back down, tested it, came up, it held the 9 moving average. We got this little pullback. My thought on the trade is let's trade this back up to previous close. Let's trade it back up to there. Whatever little money we're going to make off of it. But when it got up there, I said, I'm not going to get out of this. I'm going to wait and see how it reacts to this area. Just because it comes to this area, usually I get out and it does what it does. It keeps going. So I got out right there. As it came up to this area right here, it was looking a little weak. So I got out. Nope, kept going. Came on up again. And I ended up just getting out right there, locking in a set number. It was up 20 bucks. It's basically risking $10 on this trade. So I was up 2-1. It's like, okay, I'm good. We do see that this thing came back and pulled and kept going higher. Actually set a high of 82 cents. So almost was up, actually was up $29 a contract. So, and what did we leave on the table? We left $16 per contract on the table. So possibly could have made another 30 bucks if we held all the way to there. But as you know, you will usually never catch the top. I thought I was catching the top right here when this thing rolled back over. Nope, kept going. So those were our two SPY trades. Let's go ahead and look at Microsoft real quick. Apple, Apple not really gonna worry about. That was a flat trade. Let's look at this Apple or this Microsoft trade though. You want to talk about beautiful. You want to talk about beautiful. And this is the difference between, so usually like the other day when I was watching this chart, it was a call that was a 3-bar play, and you can see the 3-bar play on the actual option chart. This was a beautiful 3-bar play. Beautiful 3-bar play off the open. Off the open. Getting in. Right there is where we wanted to get in at. Let's see where we got in on this candle. Did we catch it? Oh, yes. Beautiful. Look where we caught that bad boy. Just as it was breaking over, I'm going to go ahead and drop this one on the chart. We got out at 35 cents. It's pretty good, y'all. The high of day is 43 cents. Let's see where we was getting out on this one. I'm going to estimate that we was getting out about right there. It's fairly easy one to look at right here. Microsoft opens, gaps down below this area that we got marked on the chart with pre-market junk. We get a resting candle with a top and tail. Would have liked to seen these two lows be a little more even, but still not bad. We get in when it breaks it. Boom. Money. Money, 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 money. Let's see how we got out of these. So we sold 2 of them for 36 and then sold 1 of them for 35. Gave us an average of 35.66. Nice trade. Nice trade. After I took that trade, like I said, I could have really been done for the day. Kind of just sitting in the Discord, talking with Evan, and basically took those other trades on the SPY and on Apple. Risking small money, just trying to either add a little bit more money to the account, or I was up 66. I was basically risking like 10, 15 bucks. Wanted to finish the day out up minimum 50 bucks. So was risking that $10 to $15. So that was it though. That was it. Way to finish out the week. Way to finish out the month. I had not loaded these last couple of trades in on Thinkorswim because I've been just adding them on my little spreadsheet over here. But I'll add those in Thinkorswim, or not in Thinkorswim, in TRADERVUE, and I'll do a first 2 weeks review on the month, probably tomorrow, just kind of showing what the month has been like. Actually, I'm gonna come back over here real quick, main screen, just to look. Like you always hear me say, I love technical analysis. I love it. Look at how Microsoft just came right up to previous day's close, and it is rejecting it cleanly. This is why it's important to have key areas marked on your chart. And Thinkorswim makes it easy. They make it easy because there's a study for previous close so that you don't have to find this on the chart every day and mark it. You can create that study, and you see I have mine as a thick white line, so I'm never wondering where previous close is. I know it. It's right there. Previous high of day, previous low of day. It's a study for it. Why not just make those green for the high, red for the low? Thicken them up so there is no question what they are. And then your price action, you make these lines whatever color you want to make them, and you just put them on your chart so that you don't have to worry and wonder like, well, where could this possibly catch support? Or where could this possibly catch resistance? It's on your chart. It's plainly marked. Let's look at the SPY real quick, and then I'm going to go ahead and totally wrap this bad boy up. Again, previous day's close. It's plain and simple. You can see it. And we know that the market respects these areas. VWAP, I have mine as a broken gold line, a little thicker than any other line. It's clean. I know exactly what it is. I don't have to question and wonder. 20 moving average, I keep mine red. 9 moving average, I keep mine this teal color on any chart. It's going to be the same color, so it makes it easy. If it's a teal line, I know that's the 9 moving average. Gold broken line, I know that that is VWAP. Gray broken line, I know that that's the 50 moving average. It just makes it easy for me to look at a chart and know. Look at that, previous day's close. NVDA came right back to it, tested it. Man, it really doesn't get any easier than that. They say trading is hard. I agree. 110%. It's hard with 85 to 95% of it being right here between your ears. That's where the hard part is at. Technical analysis is like going to college. It's like getting in the books. Once you have it, it's there. You can't take it away from you. That knowledge is in you. It's just the technical, it's just the mental side that is truly hard. And if you look at Tesla, I had a ton of areas marked on Tesla. Look at all these lines on this thing. Look at all of them lines. Might have went a little bit overboard, but it was giving me the data that I needed to see, especially when you look down at the smaller time frame. This is the 1 minute chart. Look at how it was trading in between that area. Look at how it was trading in between that area. Look at how when it came down to here, it tested that area. So if I'm trading off of the 1 minute chart, I want to have these areas clearly marked so I know where they are at. On that note, we right at 17 minutes. I'll be trying to keep these things short, but if y'all ain't noticed, I could talk about trading all day long, and people that know me know that I am not a big talker. But when it comes to stuff that I have a passion for, I could talk about it all day, and I got a passion for this thing called trading. Unfortunately, there will not be any trading on Monday because it's a holiday. So enjoy your long weekend. Hopefully you can get some studying in over the weekend to better yourself in this craft. And we'll be ready to take on the market on Tuesday. Peace.